Yeah, welcome to another episode of ArtCo Drone Solutions Saturday Night Live number 89. We've got a great show today. We are going to talk about the Bugs 20 EIS that I won over at Ready Set Drones, another great drone channel you should check out. We'll talk about that, and we will talk about the GoPro Hero 5. I just got this about a week ago, and learning how to use it should be a great little gadget. Um, how's everybody doing? Wacky weather here today. It's been mostly cloudy. Um, it was windy earlier today, and then it kind of died down, but man, the wildfires are just horrible. I just looked at the Cameron Peak fire is now at 187,000 acres burned, and a little over 50% contained, is now the largest wildfire in Colorado state history. So that's the sad thing about it. Hopefully, we get some cooler weather. Snow and rain would be really great to help the firefighters up there put out this massive fire. It has been dry here in Colorado. As you can see, my knuckles are pretty chapped. So let's say hello to a few people in the chat. Steve Mack, David, Arizona Drone Dude, Tom, Tentos, welcome to the show. So momentarily, some of my panelists will jump in, and then we'll talk about drones and stuff. So the weather's been really dry here, and man, it's been crazy. So Mitch is in the chat. Hopefully he will be here with us shortly. So this is what I got in the mail yesterday from Kelly Shores over at Ready Set Drone. This is the Bugs 20 EIS with 4K camera with image stabilization. Hopefully I'll get a chance to try it out tomorrow. It should be pretty nice in the morning. It's not as windy in the morning. So I'll try this out. I've got I think a 64 gig high speed SD card in it. And so it should be interesting. Oh, and it came with 2 batteries, which is cool. I like the feel of this drone. It feels really sturdy. It's still plastic, but you know, this thing is a little bit bigger than my 5-inch quad, so it should be interesting to try this out and see how it flies and see how the videos look and the photos. And I want to say hello to Ray Kelly, Michael Wright, Rick Halbert, and my good friend, my comedian friend, Steve Epstein. Not related to Jeff. No, he isn't. And here's the controller that came with it, which is really cool. Looks very similar to a DJI controller, where the antennas fold up, you can fold them out, you can fold them all the way out. Oh, hey, that's cool. You could rotate them that way, and it's got a little thing to put your phone in, which is cool. And it's got a little LCD on there, but it's nothing like the what's that other drone? Oh, that drone that Autel Evo, but it does give you a lot of information on it, like altitude and all that neat stuff. But so far, I like the way it feels in my hands. Hey, Glenn, Thunderbird 6, welcome to the show. So it's the layout is very similar to a DJI Mavic Air. It's very similar to Mavic Air, but the phone goes on the top instead of the bottom, like on the goes on the top, kind of like the Mavic Air 2. That's right. That's right. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of quality I get out of that. So just wait. Oh, here, I got to do something. A friend of ours in the drone community, known as Sin Sonari, Tammy, who is Mel's roommate, that's 400 AGL. She had a mild stroke last week, and Lloyd has set up a GoFundMe. And what I'm going to do is put that link in the comments so we could help out these fine folks. And this is for Tammy and Mel. Mel took medical disability retirement, actually, because of his leg. So hope this helps out and help these folks out. Good morning, James Magadan Umaga. Hope you are enjoying your waffles this morning. I've been watching your videos on your pool build, and they've been very good. Excellent videos. Go check James' channel, My PI Dream. He lives in the Philippines. He's a retired American with his Filipino wife. They live in Lipa City, and he's building a pool on his property there, and it's looking pretty good. Hey, X Cross, thank you for joining in. Rick Halberd. So it's kind of interesting to see how they build pools in the Philippines. So I'm really enjoying, and plus he's including drone flights around the construction, so we could get an overhead view of the construction of the pool, which is very interesting. And what else? The pool is coming up. They just finished up the walls of the pool, and they're getting ready to put the cross beams and getting ready to put down the floor of the pool, and it's really coming along rather quickly. And I kind of I like the way it looks. To me, with the overhead video, kind of looks like a side version of a tooth. You know, you could see the two roots coming down, and the top of the tooth kind of looks like that. Oh, so he's giving the pool crew the day off. That's good. That's good. Yeah, they've been working pretty hard. They need a day off. So thank you, Steve Mack, for PayPal. And here is the GoFundMe for Tammy and Mel. Let's help them out. And also, I wanted to let you know we lost another member of the drone community. You may know him as Ray Bob, Ray Bob's Antics. He passed away in, I guess, late June of COVID. You may have remember him from Ken Heron's live stream. He's been a major contributor, well, a donor to his channel, and Ray Bob will be missed. So just wanted to mention that. And oh, so James says it looks like a guitar. Okay, I'll have to take a look at that. Oh, it looks okay, like a guitar. Oh, okay, like guitar. Oh, okay, yeah. Now that I think about it, yeah, it does kind of look like that. Yeah, cool. So we got our first panelist up. Let's welcome to the stage, all the way from Melbourne, Florida. Let's welcome to the show, Mitch, old guy and a drone.
And a cigar.
And a cigar.
There you are.
So,
how you doing, Art?
All the way from South Georgia, let's welcome to the stream GFO Drone and Tech, Mike.
What's up, everybody?
Howdy, Mike and Mitch, the MPM show.
How are you?
How you guys doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good, Mike.
Other than we got fires going on here in Colorado, sadly setting new records.
Sorry, it took me a little longer to get set up tonight, Art. I got a new setup.
Oh, wonderful.
My the LED lights I showed you not last week, but the week before.
Right.
They came in.
Awesome.
I've got a staggered panel up top, one in the middle, and one down on the bottom, lighting up my green light or green screen.
Cool. And how about you, Mitch? How's the weather down there in sunny Florida?
Well, windy, unfortunately. We got a little cold front coming through. They're going to cool it off a little bit, but not a whole lot. But we're going to have a few windy days. Hopefully, early in the morning won't be too windy to fly. But this morning, by the time I got going and everything, it was already blowing up pretty good. So I didn't fly today.
What was your temps this morning, Mitch?
70s, low 70s to mid 70s. It never got to 90 today. It got into the mid 80s. So
it was like 51 degrees here this morning.
Yeah, you're on the other side of that front that's coming through here.
Yeah.
Up in Georgia. Where in Georgia are you, Mike?
Waycross, Ware County.
Yeah. You're fairly well south then. You're almost to Florida.
Yeah, I'm almost to Florida. See, where I live, it's perfect. I've got the Okefenokee Swamp next to me. I've got Brunswick about 45 minutes away. I've got Savannah about an hour and 45 minutes away. 3.5 hours from Daytona, 4 hours from Panama. I could be anywhere in 5 hours.
Yeah.
Nice.
And in 15 minutes, you're still in the middle of nowhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can go hunting all I want in the middle of nowhere.
I've been through that area.
There you go.
I told you this before that we had a jet meet, a model jet meet up in your neck of the woods, and it was at Valdosta. Was it Valdosta Airport or Waycross?
Yeah.
Valdosta is about an hour south of us or west of us.
Love
Yeah,
their onions.
but I can't remember which city it was in. They have a runway they have an airport right next to a prison.
That's Waycross.
Waycross, okay, and so we had it in Waycross, and the name of the meet was Jets Over the Swamp.
Yeah. I mean, you were right here, man.
Yeah, and the only place they didn't want us to fly was over the prison. Other than that,
Very much so.
wide open. Had a gorgeous airport, 6,000-foot runway, and I played on my show a video that I shot in 2005 at that event.
Okay.
And they had just repaved the runway about a month before we had the event, so it was gorgeous. 6,000 feet, 6,000 feet of paved runway, and the airport was basically closed except for the model aviation. We were there for like 5 days.
Nice.
Wow.
The that prison is the one that had the riot in Georgia recently. Big prison riot in Georgia that they were talking about from coast to coast.
Oh, is that there at Waycross?
That was us.
Wow.
Your claim to fame, huh?
Pretty much.
I want to say hello to Ron Lockwood, RL Photography. Welcome, show, and Mel 400 AGL. Welcome to the show.
Mel had a real adventure today. Did you see Mel's adventure? His live stream?
No, I didn't get
so.
No, they went out. They had who was there? Roosevelt was there, and he had 3 drone pilots and him with his PBY Catalina, and they were going to go out and fly it off the lake. The wind was blowing like crazy. The waves.
Oh boy.
The waves were coming right at them towards the shore, and the ducks. The funniest, you have to watch the replay of this, because the funniest part of it was Mel's trying to put his airplane in the water, and these ducks are just kept waddling right by him and getting in the way, and then they went out into the river and they were in the lake, and they were in the way.
That's awesome.
And then he had a motor problem, so he never did get it up in the air.
Right. Wow.
That sucks.
Well, I was busy doing computer stuff, trying to get this old Dell computer ready for my sister, trying to get Windows 10 on it. And I made a thumb drive with different OSs on it, and I just couldn't get the Windows on it. But I got Mint Linux on it, so I might take one of my other computers and I might install Windows on that one, because before it had Windows 7 and I was trying to upgrade it, and it would start and then you get a black screen. You get nothing. You just sit there. And
does it have enough RAM or processor speed?
It should, because I had Windows 10 on it before.
Okay, so the other thing you can do.
Did you wipe the hard drive before you started, or did you try to do an upgrade or a clean install?
I was trying to do a clean install.
Well, that should have worked.
What you can do is you can go onto the Windows website, and you can create a bootable media.
Yeah, that's what I did. I had another stick that I did the same thing, and I got the same thing happen. Yeah.
If I was there, I could diagnose it for you, Art.
Yeah.
Well, get on the road, man. You could be there by, like Tuesday.
Yeah, my job might be a little mad about that. We had a problem yesterday at work, and I had to end up going in at 10 a.m. Didn't get out of there till after 10 p.m. And then turned around and had to be back in at 6 a.m. this morning.
Wow. So anyway, here's my, oh yeah, let's bump the camera. Here's my Buds 20, and it's a pretty sturdy little drone. It's not a cheapy looking thing like the Buds 3 that I have, but it's got 4K camera on it with image stabilization, and hopefully tomorrow morning I'll give this a flight and we'll check out the video and photo quality on that. And it's Wi-Fi, so we'll check and see how stable that Wi-Fi system is. And here's the controller for it. And this thing takes AA batteries. So luckily for me, I've got a pair of Tenergy batteries that I could charge up tonight and throw in here and give it a whirl.
So you think they copied? You think that they copied the look of and style of DJI controller?
I think a lot of drone companies are doing that. You look at all the cheap knockoffs. I mean, the controllers look very similar to the DJI controller.
Even the drones do, the way they fold up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They have no shame. They have no shame in China. They'll copy anything.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I do have to say, guys, I do have to mention this, and Art, I hope you don't mind. I uploaded my best video so far the other day. Oh. I have almost 100 views in just a couple days.
Oh, nice. That's wonderful.
Has it got naked women in it or something?
No. It's remember that area I was talking about? I wanted to get permission to fly, and people never got back to me.
Yeah.
I finally got close enough to be able to fly that area from a service road, and man, the video just came out awesome. Hit it right at golden hour. Perfect lighting. Honestly, some of that stuff looks like it could be part of a movie trailer or something.
Oh, cool.
I kind of impressed myself on that one.
Very good. I'll have to go. I didn't see it yet. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, I was happy with it.
Well, here's my GoPro Hero 5 that I got about a week ago, and give this a try out. I think I finally figured out how to get the video working. I think what happened before is I had set up for photo bursts. It took like 10 or so pictures really quick, and I thought I had it on video, but I still have to. And nice thing about it's got, well, Mitch, you know about this. It's got the touch screen on the back, which is really cool, and you can set it up to whether you want video, photographs. You can adjust the speed on it. You can adjust the ISO, and all kinds of neat stuff on it.
Nice.
And I went and got the skeleton cage for it, so that if I wanted to add a microphone on it, and I found out today you could take that door off. So I've been watching a lot of videos on how to work that.
You know, the power, if it's like the Hero, I never had a 5, but I have a 7, and I'm sure it works pretty much the same. Once you have it turned on, one push of the power button will change the mode, and it'll cycle through photo, video, time lapse, and then back to photo, video. So if you accidentally hit the power button without realizing it when you're fooling with it, trying to get ready, you'll throw it in a different mode than you think it's in. You got to be careful.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Ask me how I do
James
that.
wanted to know how much I got. I got it for $105, but it was just the camera and it came with an underwater case for it, and I think a couple mounts for it to have the sticky mounts on the bottom, and that's it.
I was supposed to get some new. I was supposed to get the parabolic antennas for my drone today, and they never showed up.
Huh.
They both said they were in at the post office. The lights came in, the antennas didn't. But I got the combo with the parabolic and the what are they? The Yumis.
Yagis.
That what's that?
Yagis. The ones
Yagis.
that stick out. Yeah.
So it's the combo set of both of them. So I'm going to try both of them at the same time. It said using both of them at the same time is supposed to really help with your range. So hopefully they'll be here tomorrow or Monday.
Tomorrow is Sunday, so probably won't get them tomorrow.
It's Amazon Prime.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That you might get it tomorrow. I actually ordered something this morning on Amazon Prime with 1-day delivery, and it'll be here tomorrow.
Cool.
I don't know how they do that. It was like a $7 deal. It was a $7 item, and
see, the way it usually works. The way it usually works for me is it'll come from the Jacksonville distribution facility, and then it'll be in Waycross that night, and then they deliver it the next morning. It's a 1-day.
They have a
supposed to be
huge. So they have a huge selection of items that they stock in the distribution centers all over the country, and they're very, very close to most, where you can get the 1-day. And ours is over just outside of Orlando, and it's a huge center. So there's a ton of stuff that I can get next day from Amazon. That's one of the reasons.
Actually, that's where mine came from, but it was 2-day.
Yeah, if I was going to get it from Atlanta or something like that, it'd be 2-day. But the stuff, it knows when you're shopping, it tells you 1-day. It knows where it is. It knows where you are.
Yeah. Yep. But that came from Orlando, and didn't make it. But the stuff that came from Alabama made it. Go figure.
or it's still on your post. The delivery person just forgot about you, and that has happened to me a few times. They actually said out for delivery. I didn't get it. Turns out I got it the next day. They just took it back on the truck. They didn't turn around. It forgot.
That's what I'm thinking happened, because both of them were scanned in a minute apart from each other. Yeah. Like when they scanned them into the post office, they were scanned in a minute apart from each other. So
yeah, we have every once in a while we get a substitute mail person who doesn't know her butt from a hole in the ground. And
I remember you were telling me the 1-day about 3 trucks.
Yeah, 3 trucks and a package from China that I've been waiting for like 5 weeks, and it was supposedly out for delivery. And this was on another occasion, and she didn't deliver it, but yet she scanned it as delivered to cover her ass, and when she took it back, and it was a holiday weekend, so I had to wait 2 more days until the following Tuesday to find out if I was going to get my package from China. And the mailman, my regular mailman, brought it on Tuesday. But since it had said that it was delivered, I'm running all over my neighborhood, knocking on everybody's door. Did she give you my package by mistake? It's crazy.
Oh, wow. Man. Hey, Greg, Oz by Drone. I will get you an invite if you want to come in. I think I sent you a link, Greg, but I will.
Greg asked me, what's the deal with the cigar? Greg, that's who I am. It's what I do.
Yeah, that's right.
even my logo is a old guy with a cigar sticking out of his face. It was so nice. Rather than sit in my studio under the lights so I could have the green screen art, it's actually fairly cool out here tonight. I thought it'd be just a nice night to set the cell phone up. I have multiple cell phones. Every time I get a new cell phone, I save the old ones. I got a whole drawer full of cell phones and I use them for all kinds of things. You know, you can fly drones with them. You can. I use one as a source of music in my studio. This one here I use as a webcam. You know, you've seen me on my show. Use it as a webcam and move it around.
Yep, I remember.
And that one works great for streaming like this. And then I have my regular cell phone with the chat going.
There you go.
Yeah, everybody needs 4 or 5 cell phones, you know.
Yeah, that's why how many I've got.
I have the phone, the camera, and the tablet.
Greg says he couldn't do that. I guess he's talking about smoking cigars. It's the secret. It's the secret to good health. As long as you don't inhale them. So if you don't inhale them, you just puff on them. They're very relaxing, calming, lowers your blood pressure.
One of my sergeants, his philosophy for life was cigar and a good a sipping glass of scotch.
Well,
there you go.
I agree. I don't drink though, so this is it. This is it for me. I've been smoking cigars. Oh, I don't know, 50 years now, probably.
See what it did to his hair.
Yeah, I'm afraid that my father and all my uncles were responsible for, and my mother's uncles were all bald too. I had it from every side of the family. Nothing I could do about it.
I've shaved mine for pretty much as long as I can remember.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If I had hair, I'd probably shave it. I kind of like this. It's less fuss.
Exactly.
I've talked about it before. My hair was very wavy and curly up on top. And it was unmanageable. It was a pain in the ass. So when it went away, I was kind of a blessing, you know.
Mine just started going back, and when it started going back, I was still early 20s. So I was like, we're gonna just shave it at that point.
Well, my dad, he had the peninsula hair. You know, where you'd have that one peninsula out front and the two runways going this way of where he was bald.
That's what mine was starting to do.
My dad would brush his hair. He had these 2 brushes where he would brush his hair like that. And that's might have been how he lost his hair. But his dad had hair all his life, and so did his uncle. I mean, but my aunt, she had thin hair, and my grandmother, she had thin hair. But you know, I'm a little thin on top, not too bad.
You're hanging in there. I was mostly bald by the time I was in my 30s, so it's been a long time for me. My son is going to be 50, and he's still got some hair up top, lot more than I had when I was his age. But it is what it is. My father was bald.
Mm-hmm.
I always blame mine because they said if you wear hats all the time, you go bald. Don't know how true it is, but I've always worn a hat, and then when I was in the military, I always wore my beret, and always blame that.
You know, they advertise these hats with the LED lights in them.
Oh yeah.
You're supposed to grow hair, okay?
Yeah.
And
they're lasers.
Yeah, laser. That's what they say. I mean, of all the dumb frauds, and you know what they're charged for those things?
$300.
$800.
Wow.
$800 for a hat with about $10 worth of LEDs in it.
Yeah, it's called the Capulus.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I keep seeing
Mhm.
the commercials for that. And now, and if you watch anything on broadcast television right now, all you see is Joe Namath Medicare insurance commercials
Yeah.
because it's the open enrollment period for Medicare
Yeah.
from October 15th
That's-
to December 7th. That's
Yeah.
all you see, one after another, commercials between Joe Namath, Hawken, Medicare health insurance, and what's his face with his reverse mortgages,
Oh yeah.
Tom Selleck pushing first mortgages. You know what
Yeah.
you know what programs the old people are watching during the day,
Yeah.
and networks like H&I,
Yep. Yep.
you
That's
know,
what I watch.
yeah,
Oh
H&I, and they show House and Monk and
yeah.
MacGyver and Medicare commercials with and Tom Selleck selling reverse mortgages.
Yeah.
Hey, it used to
Oh.
Fine.
be used to be what's his name? The old guy with diabetes commercial.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Wilford
Wilford
Brimley.
Brimley.
Wilford
Yeah.
Brimley. Yeah, he's
Yep.
dead now, I think.
Yeah,
I think
he's dead
gone.
now.
Yeah.
Yep. Now they have these ads called for the lawnmower or the mower.
But for manscaping,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I
I'm
need that.
like, oh God, really?
I tell you what, forget all that manscaping stuff. What I really wish they'd come out with is one of them good handheld razors to do your head. Someone could come out with a decent one that actually works. They can make some money.
I just have one of those big wall shears, and it has the different fences that you clip on the blades. That's what
Yeah.
I do my beard with, and then when it starts to get long, I just do my whole head with it, and save myself $20 at the barbershop because that's all they do is just shear me.
All I do is I'll use conditioner and a big razor.
Yeah, there you go. Now they've got Harry's razors
So what are
where
they
you can
talking about in the
join the
chat?
club and they send you blades every month.
Yeah.
And they look like those old fashioned razors where you screw it and the top opens up and you put a new blade. And I'm like, I'd be afraid to use that because you cut your face up. Just think you could cut your scalp up pretty good. Hey, we got another person joining us all the way from Dillon, Colorado. That is Business Summit Inc. Let's welcome to the show, Sean Oz.
What's up, gentlemen?
What's up, man?
Hey,
What's up,
Sean.
John? What's up?
Just had an appointment, had to reschedule, so I freed up my time and saw Art was live and thought I'd jump in and say hello to everybody.
Good to see you.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my setup here at the studio is no longer the nice setup I used to have. I brought all that stuff home with the video game arcade and everything, so now the audio is going to suck, the video sucks.
Well, you're a little dark. You're a little
Yeah,
dark.
it's not the ideal spot to do a live stream like anymore for me.
Right.
Well, we'll put up with you. It's okay.
I appreciate that.
Well, I got my little gift from Kelly.
Did you win something else?
Oh, this was the one that I won a couple weeks ago.
When's the last time you actually paid for anything?
This is the Buds 20 EIS.
You are the unluckiest drone owner I know, Art.
I tell you what, between him and Tony Walsh from Walsh Farms, if there's a contest and they enter it, I'm not even gonna even bother anymore.
I almost feel like we should load Art up and just run up to Vegas for a couple days. See what happens.
That might work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just park me at the blackjack table.
Yeah, there you go. I get 10%.
We're just gonna sit you down next to us and rub your head every once in a while.
There you go. And then I got this GoPro Hero 5 I got that about a week ago.
Nice.
So,
Now, why did you decide on the 5 and not at least the 7?
well, because it's got stabilization.
But it's not as good as the 7 stabilization.
Well, I'm not as rich as you are, Sean.
The 7's an old one though, so you could probably get one for a good price.
Well, I got this one for $105.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
But now between the 5 and the 7, they made such progress. The 6 was very minimal. The 7 was a huge amount. The audio on the 7 for having no case and still being waterproof was leaps and bounds over the 5 and the 6.
Right.
I like the 7. In fact, the stabilization on the 7 is outrageous. It's terrific, and I see no reason, as long as the 7 is working fine, to go for an 8 or a 9. Not for the kind of stuff I shoot with it.
Yeah, you guys know I do a whole lot of crap with the GoPro, so I can tell. I can talk about GoPros and what I like about which one for hours.
And some of them are even going down the river.
Yeah, I got one down the river. I've been replaced with a 9 now, though. That one has not been lost.
You know, some guy could get quite a collection of technology if he followed you around with some scuba gear.
Oh, crap. Didn't we all agree that was off limits now?
Hey, I was going to say there's that guy, there's that YouTuber called Jake something that
yeah, the Almighty
actually goes down after people. Yeah.
The problem,
Yeah.
the river is very low now compared to what it was, or the stream, or whatever it was. And I've gone back. Actually, we looked during spin down. I went back with a couple. I think it was Brad that walked with me. I can't remember, but we walked out with Brad and a couple other guys and went looking for my GoPro. And the water was moving so fast.
Yeah.
When it happened, there's no way that thing's probably all the way downstream in Lake Dillon or all the way down into somebody's water supply in Denver, because that's where the water goes.
Yeah.
Be kind of cool if you found it and it kept running the whole trip down there. You'd have a hell of a video.
Yeah, that'd be something. Yeah, even if I found it in the spot that I lost it, it would just be interesting, because you would just see the stream and all the pretty nature stuff I was filming for, and then all of a sudden the water got higher and higher, and then it just fell over, you know?
Well,
Actually,
Sean,
that guy Jake, he's actually run the video off till the battery dies, and he's actually showed some clips of exactly what Sean's talking about.
Yeah, you know, the shame is there was nothing else. I cleared the memory card completely, and that time I wasn't putting a little file on there. Now I have a README file on all my GoPros. If lost, send to Summoning Tattoo, and then the address for the shop, or if found, not lost. But so that's something that I don't know why I didn't used to do that, but I do it now. It doesn't mean that someone will be honest, but it at least gives you a chance that someone could be honest, you know, if they found it.
right.
Well, you hope somebody who knows a little bit about GoPros and knows what an SD card is
Yeah.
finds it.
Yeah, good point, because there's a good chance somebody wouldn't even open the file and have any clue. I've also thought about filming one video clip on it that says, "Hi, my name is Sean Oz. This is my address. If you find this GoPro, please send it to me." Because that's something somebody that doesn't really know much about it might still see. You know, they might see the video on it.
That'd be a good idea.
It definitely wouldn't hurt. And if it's 30 seconds or so, then you could just leave that video on everything. You could even upload that video onto your drones if you wanted to.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about getting one of those fish magnets. So those really powerful magnets that has the rope on it, and it comes with gloves, so you could. I might try that out at Lake Arbor. Maybe I'll snag the drone out there.
You might find a lot of other cool stuff too.
Magnet on your drone and see if you can calibrate your compass, Art. I'd like to see that.
That's what I was just getting ready to say. Yeah, because once you put that magnet to an electronic, it's
Yeah, it will screw with your drone something fierce.
Well, it's already been soaking in water for months, so I don't think it matters at this point. You know? And it's off, so it shouldn't hurt it any more than it's already hurt.
About putting some magnetic thing on your drone to help you find it when you lose it. You're talking about going
No,
after
he's talking about magnet fishing,
here.
which is basically, I've seen a lot of people doing it. They fed bicycles and all kinds of stuff.
Yep.
It's just a nice, really powerful magnet on the end of basically a thin rope. You throw it out and pull it back.
Oh, okay. I get you. You're fishing with
Yep.
I've seen people find everything from guns to freaking hotel safes.
Yep.
You guys are tempting me to go buy one right now.
Okay,
There
get
you
yourself
go.
one of those underwater drones, you know, one of those rover drones that underwater. I know I've seen guys take those things down, find, you know, amazing things like toilet seats, old tires,
What are you gonna do with a toilet seat, Mitch?
office chairs, all kinds of valuable stuff, you know.
Wait, you just called toilet seats valuable.
It was a joke. It was a joke. I know Jim Boyd had one above and beyond drones, and he did a video.
He's got two now.
I think he found an office chair, an old office desk chair down there.
He's got two of them things now, Mitch.
Does he really?
Yeah.
You could make a whole channel just about magnet fishing, going to different areas, different little lakes, and filming yourself throw shit in. And of course, if you don't get anything, you throw a big fit on your video, which people like. And if you do get something, you act all excited when you get it, even if it's a toilet seat. You know? Which you wouldn't get unless it was a metal toilet seat, like somebody from jail threw it in there. You know? But I bet there's probably already a YouTube channel out there with that exact topic.
There's several of them, actually. I've seen it before.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to get one of those trail cameras and set them up. I've got a friend that has a ranch in southeast Colorado. I'd like to set one up out there, and he's got deer and coyotes and
there's
other
actually
critters.
A channel about that already, Hart.
Yep, I've seen those too. Hey, Chris, Hope.
This one guy's entire channel is he puts out trail cameras and then he films himself going to get them and then plays back the footage.
Yep.
That would be so much easier to make than the crap I edit.
Right?
Hey, I saw Chris Hope in the chat. Hi, Chris.
Yeah, hey, Chris.
A lot of people that were from Spin Up. I see Tintos in the chat too. Sunrise Water Media. Hello, everybody.
Lon Denard was there.
I just saw Lon. Yeah, Lon's there. He was there. How you doing, Lon?
Jody's here. They're all talking about cell phones in the chat. Well, earlier they were anyway.
Oh yeah, they're talking about the Apple
and that
12.
I'm not getting it.
That new foldable thing.
No, I gotta admit, Lon had a badass phone at Spin Down. He had the new folding Galaxy or whatever it was called, the Samsung folder, whatever. I can't remember the name of it. It's Transformer folder phone.
Right.
You know? But it was
my coworkers actually just bought that thing. It's sweet.
It looks like it's much nicer than the first version that they made. And I'm sure Lon could tell you more about it because he seemed to have it down, but it was a really nice setup.
That first version, when you folded it, the sides of the screen were still exposed. The new one, when you fold it, they're not exposed. It's all encased on the sides, so you have less chance of actually cracking it.
Yeah, I mean the screen is incredibly thin. You can just push on it with your fingernail and dent it. But if you know that and you're smart about it, that's not, you shouldn't have to worry about it. Yeah, that is Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2. Thank you, Bob.
Yep.
2, yeah.
Yeah, one of my coworkers just got it. Loves the thing.
What are they, about $2,000?
I think so, somewhere right around there. I'm sure Lon could let you know.
My friend works as an ICU nurse, so.
But I'm just having a hard time. I know the new iPhone's more powerful. It's faster. The video on it's great. It's tempting for that alone, just for the stuff I do and getting AirDrop back. However, I'm still running the Galaxy 10 S or whatever it's called, the bigger one. And it has two things that the iPhone doesn't have. And I feel like it's going backwards for me to switch back. I'd like to get back into the iPhone or the whole AirDrop, being able to AirDrop everything, because I'm on a Mac there. I've got a Mac iPad I'm drawing on. I can just AirDrop things real easy from everything.
Right.
For this, I have to then email them, or if it's a video, I can't do it because a lot of video files are too big to even email to get this easily. Where the iPhone, whatever they use for their text messaging, the iMessage lets you message full straight up videos quality wise, where if you send that same video to this, it's all pixelated and tiny, and that bugs the hell out of me. And I'm sure there's a workaround, I just haven't found it yet. This also has an under the glass fingerprint reader.
Oh,
It does face stuff too, but like, I don't know if you like, I can try and get this to see a little right there. You just,
yeah.
and it opens up. And
So
it blows my mind that Apple hasn't put that onto their devices yet. Like, cause especially right now when everybody has to wear a mask and it doesn't recognize you, just fingerprint it.
There you go.
I like on this one. This is the LG V35. I've had it for a couple of years, and it's one of those. It works on Project Fi on Google's service, like their Pixel phones, and it's got the fingerprint reader back here in the middle, and that to me is the best place for the fingerprint reader.
I actually liked the old tab on the phone, on the iPhone, being down here, down here as well.
Right.
But I like this. I mean, you can see how big the screen is on that. It's edge to edge completely, but it's right there, and you're open.
See, mine looks a lot bigger because I got a case on it, but I have the Note 8. I love that thing.
I've got a case on this too. This case is awesome. This is the UAG. It's really thin, but it's really durable. So
this one's supposed to be one of those indestructible metal cases. It's not so indestructible. I cracked the screen on it.
I'm pretty bad because, like, when you get a phone, they come with a sticker on the backside to protect it. I leave that on so that when I put it in the case, it's like brand new once I finally end up selling the thing. I also got this brand new for $600 when it first came out because Best Buy had a crazy deal. It was like half off. So that's what made me go from Apple to Samsung, was the price on this was just too good to not try it.
What do you think of that? The Samsung 20.
It looks nice. I mean, Brad had it while he was here, and the zoom on that thing is insane. Like, he zoomed in on the moon, and it was like you could see all the craters on the moon on his phone clearly.
Wow.
It was right now you can get
cool.
those. They got a sale going on right now. You can get those things for around $600.
Really? So that's what I did with this, and it was. I think this was a year ago, come July or August. So that makes sense that they would have the same sale on the new one for about the same price. I don't know if there's anything on that one that makes me want it more than just this, besides that it's faster and the camera is got a bigger zoom. It's not that often I'm going to be zooming in to take pictures of the moon. So,
well, you got all the fancy cameras for that.
Yeah, time is limited for me. Like, that's one of the reasons I do most of my stuff. And you guys see on my channel, I push more stuff with the GoPros and the action cams and the 360 cams than I do with DSLR cameras. I have a DSLR. I have a Canon, a nice T7i. It's nothing crazy expensive. I think it was $1,000 or $900 or something like that. Compared to some of these other cameras you're seeing, like Sony's putting out, that are $2,000, $5,000.
Oh yeah.
Good power, good to those guys, but more power to them. Just not for me. I just can't spend that money on cameras because I'm not trying to do this stuff professionally. I'm just doing it for YouTube. So
right.
See, I'm using an SL2, Sean. The Canon SL2.
Yeah.
And I'm even actually using it for my webcam right now.
My T7i is what I use for my webcam at home. So I have to actually put it in manual to be able to get all the stuff off the screen. Otherwise, you'll see the little focusing thing move around with me as I move, like manual focus versus autofocus. Yeah, I can't figure out a way to get it to just turn off and stay in auto and not show.
I have mine in auto right now, and I can see on my little screen where it's tracking my face and zoom in and all that stuff, but it isn't showing up on my stream.
Yeah, for some reason with the T7i series, it does. I can't figure out how to get it off. You have to turn the menu off. It basically captures whatever you see on your display.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
So hi to Bill, Coast to Coast Drones. How you doing?
Hey, Bill. Good to see you. and Fly Zone drone quadcopters. Welcome to the show.
I guess that
on a bunch of new logos
Fly Zone drone hexacopters would be a different channel.
Did you say Fly Zone?
I'm looking at the name Fly Zone drone quadcopters. I said I guess that'd be a different channel than Fly Zone drone hexacopters.
I think Fly Zone is the drone, an FPV drone I've been looking at. They have a long range one, and if I can get this down a little bit more, I'll give you guys a spoiler. You guys know who Ed Ricker is?
Oh yeah, who doesn't?
Okay. Well, he's a buddy of mine, and he sent me. He saw the video I made about me flying that little Tiny Hawk, and he was like, "Oh shit, yeah, you're getting an FPV." And he sent me a package with a different FPV drone, and it's a small one. I forget the name of it, but it still has guards around the props. And he sent me a few batteries, and he was like, "This one has more power. Go out and play with this one instead." A 4K camera on it, so I'll be able to like have better quality video too.
Nice. Wonderful.
Ed was one of the first camera drone guys that really got hooked on FPV.
He's gotten good at it too.
Well, he's one of the best now. I mean, he's been doing it so long that he's gotten very, very good at it.
Yep.
But a lot of new people are jumping into the FPV now, and it's just so damn much fun, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I keep finding myself just staying in the angle mode and not, because I don't really care about flipping and doing that kind of stuff on it. So I haven't had a lot of time, you know, guys. I'm busy as hell owning the studio, so I don't have a lot of spare time. I did get to fly Ed's once, and I've already broken it. The battery sits on the bottom with two plastic pieces that go around the battery. Oh, yeah. And I guess I came down too hard and it cracked those two plastic pieces. So now the battery tends to fall out and just dangle as I'm flying.
Sean, would it be presumptuous of me to give you a little bit of FPV advice?
No, please go ahead. I'm new as hell to it. So
okay. Get out of the angle mode as fast as you can.
Well, the problem I'm having, Mitch, is I'm flying right in front of my house, and I got a car here.
Yeah.
I've got a tree here, a fence here, and that's it. I'm just going through that little area.
I understand. Once you get to the point where you feel comfortable, start exploring ArtCo. No, you don't have to. ArtCo is not like mandatory flips, rolls, and all that stuff. What ArtCo does is it allows you to fly the quad more like an actual aircraft flies. You don't have to hold the stick over to maintain the bank. You move the stick. Have you ever flown an RC airplane?
Oh yeah, I've got tons and tons of experience.
Okay. An RC airplane without any of this fast and stabilized nonsense, but a real RC airplane, you know.
Yep. I did nitro. I was huge into nitro planes and stuff.
Okay, good. So you got the stick in the center and airplane's level. You roll the airplane into a bank, and as soon as you get to the bank angle you want, you center the stick again.
Yeah.
And the airplane stays in the bank until you roll it back out of the bank. And that's what ArtCo mode on a quad is like. And it's so much more like flying a real airplane than once you get out of that stabilized mode. Because now you're flying, you're rolling it, and you center the stick, and then you roll back out of the bank. And you use a little bit of yaw to help bring the turn around. And depending on your camera angle, you're going to even pull back on a stick a little bit in the turns. You know, so it becomes much more natural way to fly. You don't have to hold the stick forward in order for the thing to keep going forward.
Yeah.
You put the nose down, establish that little pitch angle, and the thing just starts going forward. And once you're moving in ArtCo mode, it's easy. The trick they say, and I've discovered, is always keep moving forward. And you try it, you'll find how you'll take to it like it, and it makes it so much more fun.
Yep.
And then you'll learn how to fly these things, because in stabilized mode you're flying them like you fly camera drones, pretty much, except for the throttle control. You push the stick forward. When you let the stick back, the drone stops. It levels back off again. But that's the advice that we've all been given to most of the guys that are really excellent pilots, much better pilots than me, have been given that advice ever since I started learning. That use the stabilized mode as a crutch until you learn how to interpret what you're seeing in the goggles. In other words, you get comfortable with the goggle view, and then
I did turn it on to
try to fly it in acro mode.
I put it in acro after I did around the trees, and I was like, okay, I'll go out and I'll see if I can go between the car and the trees in acro slow and try to do it slow. I got through, then I got out in the street, and then I got back and forth on the street, and then a few passes on that, I overcorrected and it flipped, and I wasn't expecting it because I didn't realize how little you have to push on the stick to actually make it flip.
Yeah.
At least with this one. Mm-hmm. That's when it hit the street and broke the battery thing. And now I got to order a new battery thing and get it fixed. That's the part that I don't have the time for. I don't have time to do any of the fixing. So I got to buy one that's got bubble wrap all over it or something.
You get hooked, though. I promise you'll get hooked once you start having any measure of success in it. You'll just get hooked on the thing. I don't know too many people that actually got to a point where they could fly the thing that actually gave it up after that.
Yeah, I've got a park that's just a little bit from my house that has a softer landing, but yeah, I live in the Rocky Mountains, so the ground is not that soft. So even if I was in or a park, it's still a really hard rocky ground. So I'm sure
take it out to a park. Take it out to a park or a high school where you got a sports field or anything like that. That's.
Well, I don't know, Mitch, if you saw the video where I was doing my first flights with the little tiny hawk, but that's what I did is I brought it over to a park. But this new one will do a little better in the wind than the little tiny hawk I had.
Yeah, Chris Hope is flying FPV now, and he's doing great. He's flying in acro mode now with the Tiny Hawk, and he's only been doing it a couple months. And I don't know if you know Drone Bum, Paulie, his name is Drone Bum. He's doing great with the Tiny Hawk. That's because he's got Carlos won't let him fly in angle mode anymore. Makes him fly in acro mode, but you get used to it pretty quick. And once you get used to flying in the acro mode, you'll wonder how the hell you ever even managed to fly in stabilized. The only time I ever fly stabilized mode is indoors. Okay, flying around in the house indoors, and I don't like it. But trying to fly acro indoors is a whole nother story. At least at my level right now. I've been doing it over a year now.
Yeah, and I've gone out pretty much once. So, like I said, I got a video that shows the whole thing, and Ed saw it, and he was sort of blown away at the way I was flying. I even tried acro that first time, and it clicked. It made sense. It was fun. You can see the excitement in the video, like when it clicks. And but I've only got like a couple of batteries that Kelly made me do when I was at Spin Up, and then I got like 4 or 5 batteries that I've done since I got the little Tiny Hawk, and I've tried like 1 battery with 1 Ed cent before I broke it. So,
well, you're going to break a few, but just hang in there. You'll love it. I mean, look at guys. Who'd ever thought Ken Herron would be as hooked on FPV as he is, or Kelly? Kelly.
Well, what I originally wanted to do, Mitch, was actually do long range wings because I have a lot of wing flying that I used to do. I thought up here where I live it'd be killer because those wings are basically just gliders. So as long as you get the prop, you get up to the level, you find a thermal, and you turn on you've got all your stuff. You can fly for hours if you get the right thermal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've got a whole closet full of airplanes, and because I flew RC airplanes for 50-something years. But I got a whole bunch of these flying wings now, and I put flight controllers in them that run iNav, so I can fly them line of sight if I want, and go out there and do all the regular RC type flying. Or I can throw a set of goggles on, and I have automatic launch. I have waypoints, return to home, loitering where it'll circle overhead, all that with a wing that costs $100-$150, and they're terrific. You would love those things, Sean.
I've still got an old combat wing, and because I did combat, Mitch. Like I'm not sure if you ever did the combat.
Oh, I remember, Tom. We used to chase each other with the streamers coming out the back of the
Yeah,
airplane.
the whole point was there was no props on them, just straight wing gliders, EPP foam, and you throw them off the cliff, and you use that updraft from the cliff, and the whole point is to knock somebody down, so they got to climb down the cliff and go get their shit.
We did it differently. We were in Florida. We didn't have too many cliffs, so we put motors on them, and we put crepe paper streamers behind them, and the idea was to see if you could chew up the other guy's streamer.
Yeah, now we did occasionally throw the ones with the motors on them and do that too. And when two of the motor ones are out there, and they hit, and then one's going a little faster, you can hear the prop go slap, slap, slap as it's cutting through that EPP foam. It was a blast. But they're pretty much indestructible with that EPP foam. We would land, this was in Long Beach, California, and we'd fuck up sometimes and land in the street behind us, and a car would run over them. We'd just grab them, throw them back up, and fly.
Yeah, if you break those things, you get out the hot glue gun and you glue the chunks back together, and you just go fly again.
Yeah, there you go.
And I have one that I never built, so I still have that foam. And the whole thing, what I want to do is I don't really want to buy one of these newer ones because this one's still a better construction, right? So my thoughts are trying to just update it with a new motor, better batteries, change the foam a little bit so new stuff fits in it, figure out a way to mount the camera on it as well as possibly GPS, like you said, and make it into a long range. And it still cost me, some money to buy all the stuff to do that. But I think it would be a better product in the end than some of these new ones that aren't EPP foam. They're this stiff.
Well, they're all great. They're using terrific foam these days. If you go to a company, ZOHD, ZOHD, makes a line of airplanes and wings that are all pretty much designed for FPV. They all have the camera mount in the front. Mm-hmm. They have most of them are actually wings, flying wings, where you have just two servos in the wing. You don't have a tail boom and a pusher motor on the back, and they fly great. They fly super. And they're making them with big battery bays in them now, so you can put huge batteries in these things. And if you get the smaller ones, the little teeny ones, you can actually put lithium ion. I got this little wing; it's about this big, and maybe 20-inch wingspan, and you can put 3,500 milliamp 2-cell lithium ion pack and fly the thing for an hour and a half.
You talking about something like this? Maybe Art to share this real quick. Is this the company you're talking about?
Oh,
Art, you mind popping that up from? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, there you go.
That's it. They make a whole line of those things. They make the Dart. They make the Nano Dart. They make the Drift. They make the Dart 250, which is the one I'm talking about. A little 250-gram, tiny little airplane. You can fly for an hour, hour and a half on one battery.
So you'll have to have your own controller for a kit like what we're showing here, I assume.
Yeah, you put a flight controller in it that runs iNav. Instead of Betaflight like the quads, you run iNav, which is an offshoot of the same as almost like Betaflight, except it's got all the navigation stuff built in. Waypoint flying, return to home, loiter around the home point, automatic launch. You set these things to auto launch. You take the airplane and heave it without the motor running. As soon as the airplane senses that the inertia of the hand launch, it actually starts the motor, it stays level, stabilized, sets a climb angle, climbs for a set number of seconds, and then turns control over to you. Or the way I do it is I throw the return to home switch, okay, before I launch it. So you take the thing, and I have some videos on my channel about me doing this. It's the coolest damn thing. You heave the airplane. You don't even have to look at it. You just give it a toss, and then you turn around and get ready, go get your goggles on and all that. Meanwhile, the airplane all by itself climbs up to a certain altitude and then starts flying circles around the home point. And it'll just keep doing that until you turn off the return to home and you got the goggles and you're all ready to go fly.
That is pretty insane because that's come a long way. They didn't used to do that when I had to put nitro fuel in them. And for that,
I remember
about $80 to $120, Mitch, that does sound easier than me taking the time to redo this old kit and make it like up to standards. So I might have to try that, especially because it looks like Banggood sells them, and Banggood's been contacting me about making a couple videos for them.
Well,
That's
tell them
cool.
to send you for free then. They never contact me, so maybe they'll send you something for free.
I hope so. We'll see. They've been trying to get me some the Tiny Hawk Freestyle. Supposedly they're going to send me that to mess with that.
Oh, super. Hey, you've arrived,
Cool.
man. Good for you.
We'll see.
Hey, listen, Sean, Sunday night at 8 o'clock, I got a 2-hour live stream called FPV Workshop. And this is all we talk about is stuff like this. So stop on by.
I will try. Sunday is family day, so I'll do what I can.
Okay, yeah, Sunday at 8 o'clock Eastern time. So it'd be about, what, 6 o'clock where you are?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Hey,
I
let's
have all
welcome
these
Mel
pictures.
down there.
Hey, Mel.
Hey,
Hi,
Mel.
guys.
Oh,
How you doing?
Sean.
it's always back.
Ah,
You got to remember, it's always opposite.
Yep.
yep. But how's everybody doing?
Pretty
We're
good.
Hello,
doing pretty
chat.
good.
You
Doing
got that.
good.
No, I've told you this a million times. You've got that nice, calm radio host, DJ talk show kind of mood.
Mhm.
Where you can
Oh,
do a channel just with your voice, talking and relaxing people.
I'm going to turn that down.
Mhm.
You got to do something for me now. You got to say, let's pretend right over there's a happy little bunny right behind those happy little trees.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Happy
I'd like you to welcome to ArtCo Drone Solution Tours. Please remember, while the vehicle is in motion, keep all hands and arms inside the vehicle at all times and do not feed the natives.
So
So,
that was a
guys,
nice little family of ducks you had visiting you today, Mel.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of geese and everything over there at the lake. Man, it was just too windy. It was too windy.
It was way too windy.
Way too windy. But I
You
wanted
could
to
hear the
taxi
props.
to.
You could hear the props hitting the water, Mel. You could hear the props hitting the water.
Oh, they were sucking it up. The
Yeah.
vortice of the prop was sucking the water up into the bottom of it. But it actually did get airborne a couple times, but it was more like because it went over a ramp instead of taking off, you know. But
Well,
I think
I'm
I
gonna have to bug on out. My battery is screaming at me on this phone that I'm using.
ruined the
And it wants
motor.
to run.
I think.
You think?
I think. And you know,
Must have got
water doesn't hurt those motors. Water doesn't hurt any motor. I don't know yet. I haven't taken it apart to see what's wrong with it, but something's not right. Don't know what it
All
is
right,
yet.
Art. I'm going to bug
All
out
right,
on
Mitch.
my
Yeah,
phone.
thanks for coming.
Oh, my
Good to
pleasure.
see you.
It's good to see
I'll
you.
see you tomorrow night.
You got
See you
enough
later,
of a phone
Mitch.
to keep you busy. Mel, take care. Sean, good to see you again. Mike, behave yourself.
We'll try to.
See you guys.
All right.
I just did on my channel, I did a poll, and I took a vote. I don't know if you've seen it yet. You know how you have the community section on your channels?
Mhm.
Right.
Yes.
Mhm.
I did a poll, and I asked, would anyone be interested in seeing more of my day job? You know, this stuff mixed into the channel here and there. Maybe like one video a month where I'm still doing drone stuff. I'm still doing that, but it comes into the shop a little bit too. And it wouldn't change any of my other stuff. And I was thinking I'd get like pretty 90 something percent, like people saying, yeah, why not? Because it's like, it changes nothing else. But the results are 53 votes, 68% say yes, please, and 32% say nope. I found that sort of amusing.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't into well, it's a slow, tedious process to watch a tattoo happen, you know?
Yeah, that's why you don't show the whole thing. You just bits and pieces, and it's done more like as a show about the person getting the tattoo.
So start a
I was
different
going to say either
channel.
that or like time lapse it.
Well, there would be some of that in there too.
Start a different channel. Do it on a different channel.
Well, that might be something I do later. It depends on how it went. Time is
Yeah, see.
factor minimal. I already have a nature channel that I've already had a hell of a hard time since my surgery getting back up and getting back on top of.
Yeah.
Right.
It's hard to run two channels, as some of you guys know.
I'm doing that right now.
Yep. It's hard to run one channel.
Damn right.
But
Damn right.
I was doing good with running two channels until I got to working night shift, and now it's just I can barely keep this one up and running.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
For
That's
some
like my
reason, I
fishing.
wasn't subscribed to you anymore, Sean. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know. YouTube does some weird thing where it kicks people off sometimes. And Tin Toes, I actually have a name for the other channel already. I just haven't locked it all in. It's something that I do plan to do, Mel, as a separate channel if I can ever make the time to do it. I was just using my channel as a way to sort of test the waters first.
Right.
I'm also going to Disney World.
Oh, nice. Did you win the Super Bowl?
No. I was going to get the iPhone, and we decided not to get the iPhone, so we put the money into a trip to go to Disney World. And I'm going to try to hook up with Ken Dono while we're out there.
Right. Cool.
We're going to go to Disney World. We're flying out next Saturday. Going to go to Disney World on Sunday. We're going to do Universal Studios the next day, and then a day lounging around at the hotel and the beach, and then come home.
Cool.
That'd be fun.
Well, 2 weeks from tonight, I'm doing a special Halloween show.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You have a fog machine around you? I got a big old fog machine. I'm gonna once we get snow art.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
But we're not
get a fog machine.
Oh yeah, I wish we had enough snow before Halloween because you can take a hose and connect it to the fog machine, right? Bury the hose under the snow and then have the end come out. And so it cools down the fog, and you basically create your own low-laying fog machine. So all the fog will only come up a foot or two instead of all over the place like a fog machine regularly does.
Right.
You buy a fog machine like that, they cost so much more than a regular fog machine.
Yeah. Yeah, I have some musician friends that have those fog machines. And
I have the same one that the Cure uses on stage. It pumps out a ton of it.
I don't know
what you got to do is you got to decorate the penthouse behind you for Halloween.
There you go.
Yeah, you can send me the file art. We could do a little quick Photoshop, make the walls black and stuff. I might not have time to get it done before Halloween because I'm actually working on a bunch of stuff right now on the iPad. Drawing a whole bunch of stuff. You guys know Jonathan Buckhouse, who you might have met.
Yep, met him at Spin Down. Yep.
Oh, it's probably not showing. Damn it! This camera on this old computer sucks. It's not showing. I'm trying.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Snowboard. I can't share it because it just won't. And it's a lot of work to design one of these things, so it's taking tons of extra time. Are you kidding me, Diz? No.
So what do you want for a background, Art?
Something spooky, you know, like a cemetery or somebody just came into Sean's shop.
I'll tell you what I need to do is I need to go back and get some more tattoos done. I'll tell you that much.
There you go.
I'm trying to turn this whole thing into a sleeve.
Oh, okay.
I can do some pretty wicked stuff that would look good for a background for you, Art.
Oh, super. That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Do you not use Photoshop or anything like that at all?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you can make it. What are you going to
make?
Well,
I already got I downloaded a background that I like, but if you got something
if you've already downloaded something, I thought you were going to try to make one.
No, I don't have that kind of time.
What do you mean you don't have that kind of time?
Well, I've got drones to fly. I've got this thing called work. And
after work when you get home after work,
everybody else's show.
When you get home after work, you make time to sit down and throw a background together.
Okay.
Piece of cake. A couple evenings after work, and you'd have it whipped.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
I'm downloading, I don't know how many gigs of video, and it's all 4K. I know I completely filled probably 2 of those 64 gig cards. So I've got somewhere between 120 and 150 gig of 4K video I'm downloading right now, trying to get it off the cards and onto the computer.
What are you doing, Sean?
Sean, it don't help to beat on it.
This isn't one of grandma's old TVs where you slap it and it works better.
Yeah. Go bend the antennas.
Yeah.
This way. Put foil on the end. And how many of you done that? Put foil on the end of your TV antenna to try to get better reception. And
Yep.
Did you have the kind of one that had a little dial in the middle to change it?
Had the circle with the 2 rabbit ears and the dial in the middle. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me? I'm back.
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay. Nice.
No, I was saying when you left, Sean, I want to take. I can't get it to turn right. I want to take that and turn it into an entire military sleeve.
Oh, gotcha.
Take some patches from my granddad from when he was in World War II and a bunch of stuff, and that's eventually the plan for that.
Yeah, this guy that just came in, he was just price shopping, which is not what you really want to do when you go in for a tattoo. You know?
No.
You just find the guy who art, and that's what you do.
I artist shop. I look through their art, not their price.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what you should do. But there's a lot of people that don't. They just go around and find the cheapest price. And, well, they usually end up with what they deserve. So. Yeah,
that's like my wife just got one. She's got a rose with an American flag on the instead of like rose coloring, and a set of dog tags wrapped around it. And the artist we got here did phenomenal.
Nice.
I dated a girl that had a tattoo of a black widow spider on her breast. I thought that was gross because when she's 80, that'll be a daddy long leg.
Yeah, but nobody's going to care then either. You got to remember, like, if you're getting some booby when you're 80, you're going to love that daddy long leg.
Hey, that's all. That almost goes with the one I heard. Girl got a dolphin on her back. By the time she turned 80, it turned into a whale.
Yeah.
Now, my favorite is the guy who got Yosemite Sam on his butt cheek with the guns flaring and a little speech bubble that says, "Get out of that there hole, rabbit."
Do what now?
Yosemite Sam. You remember Yosemite Sam, right?
Yeah.
Butt cheek, and he says, "Get out of that there hole, rabbit."
Oh.
Come out of that hole, Mel.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, you don't want a gal that has a hummingbird, and that way it turns into a stork when she gets old.
A friend of mine sent me a picture of a lady's Halloween costume. She had a pair of orange short shorts. Okay, you know where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah.
Certain chain restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It said retired Hooters across the front. And it was a cutoff shirt, and it had the udders hanging out the bottom of the shirt. Fake ones, you know. It was hilarious. It was perfect.
They were going to a different thing with that. No, I forgot that you said it was a Halloween costume because not all, but most Hooters is a stepping stone for girls to go to a strip club. I used to be in that whole scene, and like 90% of them started in Hooters and worked their way over to the strip clubs.
Now they just have OnlyFans.
Yeah. Right.
Yep.
They can do right now. I said there's a lot of industries that are screwed right now. The music industry is screwed right now.
Yep.
Strip club industry is obviously took a hit, but they are open again, from what I hear. There's none up here. As you guys who came up this, Summit County, there's no strip clubs up here, so I can't say it. But I do know that down in Denver, they're supposedly open again. Let's see what else has been.
I work across the street from the Diamond Cabaret.
Yeah. You go there? You go there often?
I haven't been there in years. The last time I was there was when Pandora Peets was there. Remember Pandora? She was in the movie Striptease with Demi Moore.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was Jenna Jameson back in the day.
She was.
All I remember is Pandora's box.
I actually have a Hellraiser cube in the back room.
Art, you want to change the subject and get back to things that fly?
Sure, let's do that. Yeah.
Yeah, no one wants to talk about boobs.
Let's not talk about Dan.
Yeah, we'll leave that alone. It's ready if you want to share it.
Alrighty.
And probably make it bigger.
There we go. Oh, cool.
I'm going to make it really big.
This is
So this is the PBY Catalina maiden voyage.
Oh yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
no, this is your seaplane that you were going to bring up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, ah!
ow!
Oh man.
Get the hell out of me, Art.
Oh no, it does real good.
Okay.
There's plenty of power.
What do you got filming right here? A drone?
Mm-hmm.
Hang on there. I actually had let me get back to that folder and I will open up the next clip. Uh-oh. Which folder was it? This one?
I don't know.
Here we go.
No. Oh.
2930. It ought to be this one here. I actually had 3 drones filming it. I had Roosevelt, Brent Nunley, and a relative of Sonari's. He's the one flying. He's the one flying the Mavic Air 2 right there. So I had 2 Phantom 4 Pros and a Mavic Air 2.
Cool.
Is that a 40 or a 60 or is that something custom?
It came as a kit like that. Boy, these clips are short. I wonder why Roosevelt is this. I'm not sure. Oh, this is MOV files. I don't know who. I'm surprised Windows Media Player is opening these being movie files, but okay, there's the Mavic Air. So this is Roosevelt film. I wonder why he does his stuff on an iPad. That's why it's a movie file. But see it sitting on the dirt there, Sean?
Mm-hmm.
This is where I discovered I was having problems with a motor. See, that left motor's not turning. But I've got some other footage.
Do you got a clip of it actually taking off in the water?
No, I did not actually get it to fly. It was too windy, way too windy, and the water was too choppy. It was like going into 20-foot seas with a boat, you know.
Now, speaking of, I have a RC boat that I need to take out and review, and I was thinking of doing a giveaway with it. You think anybody would be interested in that? Is anybody RC boats?
I tell you what, when you get done doing your review, just send it over here. I'm serious. What kind of boat is it?
It's just a generic. I bought it myself last year, and the season just.
I've got boats within reach, you know.
Yeah, so the season's just so short here that I don't get a whole lot of time with it, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the wind in this time of the season, you thought the wind at spin down was bad. The other day we had this crazy. I guess it was bringing in a cold front, but the wind was insane. Like it made spin down look like calm.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is I'm building another boat, Sean, from scratch. 30. It's gonna be 1-to-1 scale, 1 inch to 1 foot. It's a 38-foot Chris Craft cabin cruiser. It's gonna be twin screw, and this is one of the motors that I'm gonna run in it.
Nice.
Wow.
I've got a pair of these with a pair of speed controllers and stuff.
Oh,
cool.
You guys
I'm building that all from scratch.
Nice. Some of you might have met Skylar. I know Lon did. My stepdaughter, and I thought after I did the review, she'd want to play with it, and then I never did the review, and I was just like, "Hey, you want to play with it? You want to go out and do the boat?" And she just no interest. So I'd rather do a review finally and give it to somebody who would use it than me sit on it and just collect dust.
There you go.
Sooner or later, I
And-
might be next summer because the water is going to start freezing in the next month or so.
Yep.
Up here, and that would.
Hey, Art, can I share a little bit of drone video?
Sure, you sure can.
All right, this is part of the one that I was telling you about earlier.
Okay. Hit the
I
share
should be
screen.
share audio. It's from Filmora, so it's not copyrighted or anything.
Oh, okay. Well, you got us. Need to go there.
I was trying to make it bigger.
There you go. Oh, okay. Oh, you got a little solar farm there.
Yeah, we got a pretty big one actually.
Yeah, there's
This
a
is a
small
place-
one that's about a couple blocks from the apartments here. It's for the Kaiser Permanente building.
Okay. This is a place I've been trying to get close enough to fly, and I just couldn't until the other day.
Cool. Looks like good fishing there.
Why couldn't you get close enough to fly?
Because it's so far back in the woods, and a lot of the roads are blocked off now.
Oh,
Because it was going to be a housing development. When they put the solar panel back there, they started blocking off roads.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd love to go fishing back there.
Oh yeah, I could see some bass hiding under this
Oh,
green
God, yeah.
stuff there. Yep. Yeah,
But,
jitterbug or a plug.
Let me see if I can find this one section I wanted to show you. Because I would love to have this house.
that's back there in the do not disturb area, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
I can hear the guy saying, "Get off my property! I get my shotgun out."
Actually, nobody's
shoot
lived
that
back here
drone
for almost
down.
20 years.
Wow.
It's been abandoned for almost 20 years.
I mean, that place there's got a damn divided driveway, you know, in one way and out the other, right? That's crazy.
Mhm.
Wow.
I would love to have that house.
What drone was this?
This is my Mavic Pro.
Hmm.
So is that property abandoned or something?
Yeah, the whole property is abandoned.
Wow.
It's got this whole section with the driveway and everything. And then the next clip is the bridge and the gazebo.
Wow.
Yeah, his house is huge.
Oh. Cool.
And then the gazebo is off to the left. I don't know if it's actually in this shot. But I was a little iffy flying this one because you'll see in a second, I got trees underneath me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, see the gazebo off to the left at the end of the little strip?
Oh yes. Yep. Yep.
Oh, looks like you're
So
well
this-
above the trees. You're not in any danger there, really.
No, I wasn't. Well, at
Cool.
first I was.
Cool.
But not now.
Cool. Very nice.
So here's a boat for you, Sean.
Oh, that's dope. What are you building, like an ark?
No, it's that 38-foot cabin cruiser. It's going to be a replica of a Chris Craft.
Okay. That looks nice.
Big cabin, stateroom, flying bridge. Everything's going to be power. Everything's going to be remote. You know, twin engine, so it'll twin screw just like a regular boat would.
Yeah.
Lights, anchor, radar. Fake radar,
Cool.
but radar.
How long do you think till you have that done?
Oh, I don't know. I've been building on it a year now.
Oh, really?
Well, it sat over at my house for a year collecting dust,
Yeah.
but a lot of work.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Speaking of work, I probably should get going, guys, because I'm just looking down because I'm actually working on some stuff. I got a client coming in about 20 minutes, so I need to get their stuff together.
Okay.
So I appreciate the invite, and it's good
Yeah,
seeing you.
thanks for jumping in.
And you guys enjoy the rest of your show. I'll probably just leave it on and listen to you guys. That way, I just don't want to like have my head down like this and think everyone. I'll
Okay.
in the background, so I'll be around listening to you guys. Enjoy the rest of your show.
All right.
It's a good.
Thank you very much.
Have a good night, Sean.
You have a good night, Sean.
Yep.
But Robert asked why it was abandoned. They were originally going to make it some type of housing development, and that was going to be like the office building for the housing development.
Oh, yeah.
And when the housing market crashed in the early 2000s, they just abandoned the project. They had already put the surface roads back in there through the woods and stuff like that, and then they just never did anything with it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's owned by some type of trust fund now.
Oh.
I did all the research on the property and actually sent the owner a letter trying to get them to let me go back there and film and just basically film and fly the drone, but they never got back to me.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that'd be good advertisement for them to kind of sell the property again.
Heck, if I ever won the lottery, I'd pull a mill out and be like, here, take the money.
There you go.
Right.
Well, you know, James from My PI Dreams, he when he built his house, he did a lot of drone footage of the building of the house, and because of that, of his channel, it's helped the development. The subdivision, they're selling a lot of lots because of him.
That's cool.
People see
Ray,
those lots, and
I was going to tell Ray it's not going to go up for auction because it's owned by a trust, and part of the land is that solar panel field. They lease out to the solar panel field.
Oh, okay.
So they got money coming in on it.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
And that's guaranteed money in the bank. That'll never go away.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. That's like people that have the daggone cell phone towers on their property.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's guaranteed $5-6 grand a month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would like to have. There was a cell tower got built a mile from my place, and I would have liked to have gotten in on having that.
Yeah. Cool.
On my land, because it's an AT&T tower, and now it's a 5G tower.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How cool would that have been to have a DSL direct link, directly from their little shack up to my house, right?
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You don't get no more hardwired than that. I mean,
no.
Yeah.
If you believe everybody else, you just have to worry about cancer.
Yeah.
I turned 61 about 2 weeks ago tomorrow or Monday.
Right.
I started smoking at 14. You think I'm worried about fucking 5G cancer? Yeah. With everything else in this world to kill you, the last thing I'm worried about is 5G.
There you go.
It's like someone told me I needed to stop dipping. They said, it's bad for your health. I said, yes, so were the tours I did in Iraq.
Yep. When I was
Yeah.
a sophomore in high school, that's when I started smoking. My friends, some of my friends, said, that'll kill you. I say, yeah, well, so will sex one day. But 3 years later, AIDS come around,
Oh man.
I
Well,
don't worry about it, and I really don't. Like I said, a couple of weeks ago, I turned 61 years old. If I drop dead right here, right now, I've had a good life. I'm happy.
there you go.
I'm
Yep.
doing what I want to do for the most part, short of winning the lottery. I'd like to do that someday, but,
Yeah.
I think we all would.
yeah, I've had a good life. I'm not overly worried about
Yep.
that kind of stuff. You worry about that kind of stuff, you don't have any time to enjoy the rest of the good stuff.
Yep. That's true. Fortunately for me, I've done a lot of traveling. I got into comedy, and that got me to where I got to see a lot of the country, and it opened up door to doing some gigs in other countries like Aruba and Canada and Japan and South Korea. So, mhm.
Well, you just never know
Mhm.
what you're going to get until you try to go there.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And that's honestly what I say about the military too. I mean, if I hadn't been in the military, I wouldn't have got to go out of these different countries and seen all the different stuff.
And when I was in, I didn't get to go anywhere. But I was in when Reagan took office.
I think one of my trips, I hit 23 countries.
Wow.
Yeah.
So both of you guys can sing that song, which I think it was Leroy Van Dyke. I was toting my pack down a dusty Winnemucca road, right?
Pretty much.
Been to Reno, Chicago, Fargo, Winslow, Sarasota, Wichita. Yeah, see? I'm not going to bore you with the whole song, but you get the idea.
Well, how about Lloyd? He's been to Iran and Nicaragua and Guyana. He was there right after Jim Jones. All those people drank the Kool-Aid.
Yep.
I don't think you missed too much by not going to Iran there, Art.
Well,
if it's anything like Iraq and Afghanistan, you didn't miss much.
It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot.
Now, I will say one thing. Afghanistan, that's a beautiful country. If it wasn't for how bad we were getting shot over there, it was a beautiful place.
Yeah. Yep, the cradle of civilization over there. Yep.
Makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. I've still got more video.
Oh, okay.
To transfer.
Uh-huh.
And well, let's see. This folder has, I guess it's all inclusive. Okay. This directory has 102 gig in it. And I've still got, I know one SD card for sure has got footage on it.
Cool.
So, yeah. Not bad for about 4 hours of time.
No, not at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got the video that I uploaded on YouTube because I did a live stream from there too while I was there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
I didn't get to watch that one yet today.
Yeah,
I haven't
that
watched it either. I'd like to see how it come out myself.
Hey, let's welcome all the way from Lipa City, Philippines. Let's welcome James Tanner. My PI dream. Hey, James.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, James.
It's good to see you guys. I've been with you from the very beginning. We just got done eating our waffles this morning,
Oh, that's right. It's morning for you, isn't it?
It is morning, and it is Sunday morning. And what's special about Sunday mornings here is, well, I gotta tell you, I think it's a funny story. I'm gonna start my intro today with a funny story. Normally, and I'm a little bit suspicious about you, Art, because normally my morning is on Sunday mornings. Every other day of the week, my wife wakes me up. She kisses me. She says, "Oh, good morning. I love you." Sunday mornings, she normally wakes me up. She says, "Make me waffles." That's the first thing that she says. Make me waffles. This morning, however, she woke up. She said, "Are you going on Art show this morning?" So, Art, I just got to ask you: is there something I got to be worried about here? I don't know.
Yeah,
Hey,
could
you're-
be.
Hey, Ness.
No, she's here in the background. She's over here. She's hanging in. She can't hear you because I got the headphones on here, trying to keep any feedback from coming back.
Oh, Greg says Magadon Umaga.
Ah, Greg, same to you.
What
How are things down under, I wonder? I need to put the comments.
By the way, James, I've been trying to follow you every single day, and I missed the last couple ones.
I know you haven't. I commented earlier. I commented earlier, and I said, "Hey, thanks for following and asking some great questions or making some great comments inside there." I got to tell you, I know we're on a drone show, but right now I'm on a pool show. Because that's all we're doing. It's Monday. The guys are off today. Today's Sunday. They're off today. They took a half day yesterday. Normally they've been working 7 days a week.
Wow.
We gave them authorization. They requested overtime. It's called overtime if you work on Sundays or holidays, but really even on Saturdays. And they've had authorization to do Sundays throughout the entire build. But I guess it was a death in the family, so they did a half a day on Saturday, and they're up in Manila doing the things, the funeral thing, and they'll be back again on Monday morning.
Cool.
Going good. But Mike, I've been seeing all your comments stuff. Thanks for chiming in every now and then.
Hey, no, I'm enjoying it, man. I like watching how they do everything by hand. I think that's really cool.
Well, I got to tell you, construction in the Philippines is so different from construction in the U.S. My dad's a contractor. Of course, he builds wood houses, not concrete houses. But to watch these guys, it's an art. It's a craft what these guys do over here. It's really interesting to watch. And so far, I'm really impressed. I was really concerned about the building a pool, anything that has to do with water, and you can get cracks and leaks and everything like that. But I feel that the company that we chose here, they're doing a really good job so far. Again, you won't know until the end. That's when you do your final views of how everything went. But they're doing a real good job. And what I like about these guys is they're making recommendations. It's like the other day, and you'll see it, I think, I don't know. I think I talked about it in today's episode that will air at 12 noon our time, 12 Eastern time in the U.S. They were asking me about putting more lights in different places. They made some really awesome suggestions. Like we have a bridge going over the center of the pool. It takes you from the shallow area to the deeper section, and you swim underneath the bridge. And one of the suggestions that the foreman said to me yesterday was, would you like if we put a light inside the bottom of the bridge pointing down in that corridor going through? I thought to myself, oh, that is a great idea because you're going to want to see, especially where the step down is. It goes from 4 foot to 5 foot. And, and he's been making many suggestions like that. And,
that's actually a really good idea.
Yeah. And they made the suggestions about how to do the water flow, your returns, so that you push all the cleaning stuff. If you're brushing everything, it pushes it from one end of the pool down to the center drain in the deep section. So making a lot of good recommendations. So I'm just following there. I'm trying not to get too involved, like I did at the house here when we built this house. I was actually in the concrete. If you saw those videos, I was in there. I was mixing with the guys. I was tamping concrete down, working with them with rebar, plumbing, electrical. I was with them on every phase here. I'm trying to with these guys because I feel they know what they're doing a little bit more than our contractor did that was building the house here.
Right.
Well, that's
Yeah,
important.
Greg says PLD not doing so good today.
PLDT here, we're good. We're good here. Why is there?
You're a little buffery there.
Oh well, wait a minute. Hold on. I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
on.
tell that.
When I
that
look at my
squirrel to run.
Wi-Fi, I have like 10 Wi-Fi access points around the house here because we have two VPN server routers or client routers inside here. We got the PLDT fiber modem, which is also a router that does Wi-Fi, and then so 1, 2. Oh, we have three VPN. Yeah, so I always have to look. Who am I hooked? Oh, and then Ness over here. I can see she has her globe. Did you know your globe is turned on?
Really?
Yeah, your globe is. So she has one of these pocket Wi-Fi. She has two of them, as a matter of fact. So if we die from anything around this place, it'll probably be from radiation from like 1,000 Wi-Fi devices.
Yeah. That's why I say all the other stuff that'll kill you. You don't worry about 5G. It ain't no big deal.
Yeah, I heard you talking
And Greg
earlier
says
about
you're a little
smoking and stuff
pixelated
like
too.
that.
He is.
Yeah.
I can do this. Hold on. I might get disconnected for a second. Let me try something.
Okay.
Stand by.
We'll be here.
You know what's crazy? He looks better on my cell phone than he does on live stream.
Okay. Now,
Hey, Mike, if you could turn off that share screen.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is this any different?
There we go.
Well, what's it look like on the feed? That's what really matters.
He looks a lot better on the feed than he does on in the live stream box here.
Yeah.
Not on my end, but
Oh, okay.
I'm only
don't know what
running 380 gigabits down, up and down. So
Yeah, I don't know what the problem can be. I've hit so many obstacles and I really don't know where the problem is. Because remember originally I had the microphone problem, that first, the Yeti microphone. I had that major. Then I used the GoPro. I'm just using the Mac right now. I'm using the Mac microphone,
Right.
and the Facebook camera that's inside. FaceTime camera that's inside. So, but
okay.
there's always something. I don't know what it is, and that's why
Well,
I'm still.
last time you were so clear.
yeah, it looked real good. And what was you were having problems with the Yeti mic, you say?
I have the real good Yeti mic. Well, it's not so good because it's not working. But when I bought the good one, the Yeti Black. It's the one that's a little bit more expensive. It has USB. It has a Y XLR cable, so two people can hook in external microphones.
Kind of like
Or you want to do
Mills.
recording. Yeah. And but the very first time I did the stream with Art, I believe Art, maybe that was, I think it was with you. The first time
I think it was.
you had the audio was just horrible, and it has like some stuttering going on
Yep.
inside there. And so I kind of retired that. I contacted Yeti and their customer service guy. I let them know and that's a problem with living in the Philippines too, when you need customer support. And they're like, "You're where? You're not in the United States? Oh no, you're gonna have to put something on the slow boat to China, and then you're gonna have to pay customs fees when it comes back in your country." I said, "Well, I'm not buying a new one. I just need a repair." And it became a customer service nightmare. So I'm just I'm just putting that one aside. The XLR connection still works on it, so I can use it if I want to hook it like into a little recording event or something other than this right here. But I do have the Samsung, and we talked about that before. Still haven't opened the box. I haven't opened the box, and because I want to do the open box and review of that product, and the
Right.
pool is just consuming all of my time. But it's
Yep.
only a short period, 30 to 45 days, and then maybe we'll do some live streaming by poolside. Who knows?
There we go.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Be nice to see that when it's all done.
Oh yeah, we're excited. We're excited. Something, you know,
Hmm.
it's something I've always wanted. And when I was a kid, growing up, because the only thing that we could afford was those little blow up little
Yeah.
swimming pools. It has about 5 inches of water, which is what one of
Well,
the
I-
sections of this pool's gonna
I
have.
thought a pool would be really cool when I was a kid too, until my dad taught me how to change the diatomaceous earth in the filter and vacuum the pool every day and skim the pool every day and monitor the chlorine content and acid content every day. Then it became work. Now the pool was no longer fun, and I didn't give a shit about it
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I'm hoping, at first, my plan is to kind of do that stuff myself to get an understanding of how the schedule for the cleaning and for the putting the chemicals inside doing testing. Then
Right.
after a while, it's a little different here than it is in the U.S. when it comes to when you have hired help, when you have people to do caretaking and stuff like that. We have a gardener. And a gardener's role over here is pretty much anything and everything around the house that you need help with. He helped us when you don't need so much attention to the grass or the flowers and everything look kind of good. Um, if we don't have another task for him, he'll just kind of hang around the grass and stuff but there's really not a lot going on. But what he will do if you ask him for anything else, and that works for all of the help around here. If you ask him for help with anything else, like for instance, us when I was working in the basement, doing some cleaning up of the tiles inside the basement, I just say, "Hey Ponciano, would you mind helping?" And he's like, "Yeah, no problem." And he would rather do that because it's cool in the basement. He doesn't have to stand outside. So I'm thinking that if I say, "Hey Ponciano, you want to jump in the pool and get nice and cool, but while you're in there, kind of vacuum a little bit," I think he'll I think he'll be okay with that.
Yeah. Rough
I think
life,
so.
hard job. Well, Art, speaking of rough, it's been a long day.
All
And
right. Well, thanks for coming in, Mel.
I appreciate the invite and everybody here and
Well,
everybody in chat.
good
Have a
seeing
good
you,
evening,
Mel.
folks.
Good seeing you, Mel.
All right.
All right, now.
Take care, Mel.
And wait,
We'll see you tomorrow night.
Sonari says to say hi to everybody, and she really appreciates all the help and support. And Art, thanks for posting the link. We do appreciate it.
You're
It's
welcome.
going to.
Thank you. I love you all.
It's going to. Did you guys hear that in the background? Here.
We did.
Thank you. I love all of you. Thank you very much.
Hey, you're welcome.
Yeah. So we've got more doctor's appointments Monday, Wednesday. She starts therapy Thursday, and then more appointments Friday and Monday again. So it's going to be pretty crazy. So yeah, all the help on that GoFundMe is going to maybe keep her from getting kicked out of the house here next month because, you know, the landlord and the electric company, they don't care if you have a stroke or not. They want their money. So she's very appreciative of all the help. Have a good one. Happy flying, Fly Zone. Everybody, thanks. Art,
Hey, take care, Mel.
good night, guys.
Take care, Mel.
Good night.
I was trying to do the clapping thing on that. I see you guys doing this, and I see you guys doing this, and this kind of thing. Yeah. Well, I just kind of want to briefly jump in and get to chat with you for a moment inside. I don't want to take up all
Okay.
the time, but thanks for chiming in. I see that you're chiming in also on the comment section. You two got both of you guys, Mike and you, Art, and thanks for doing that. And we're going to continue on Monday. We'll be back in the chair again. Of course, you guys will get today's Sunday here. You'll get yesterday's upload today. It'll be coming in at noon on Sunday.
Yeah, already saw that.
Yeah, and then the next one will be on Tuesday your time, which we'll be doing all the recording and editing on Monday. But it's gonna be exciting.
See, it works out perfect, James. It works out perfect because I get to work, get settled in, and then your video pops up, so I watch it while I'm on lunch.
Oh, cool.
So I work overnight shifts. So,
well, I think, Mike, you're going to enjoy this next week, the next 2 weeks, because we're getting into putting concrete. We're doing that crossbeam tie support in the bottom.
Yeah. I saw you had started putting some stuff in there the other day, but I haven't got to actually sit down. I was telling Art earlier that yesterday at about 10 o'clock, I got a telephone call that said, "How soon can you be here? We have a problem child." And I had to go babysit a mental health patient for a while.
Oh.
So I was tied up with that for 12 hours.
Oh.
But yeah, I think I'll find it interesting. The one that will air in about 3 hours from now, you'll see they already did the caging. They did the rebar work out inside the street, and they set it down in the hall yesterday, and then Monday they'll continue tying everything together, all the splices, and put everything into place. And they said, I don't know, but they said Friday. That the ready mix truck might be coming here. They should have all the wiring in place, all the plumbing, all the electrical. And they said Friday because they want Friday to be the big pour. That'll be an all day where the truck comes out. Instead of doing the gunite, like I said, it's difficult to find out here. They'll bring a cement truck mixer, and somehow they'll be pouring that inside there, then slinging it up against the wall instead of spraying it like gunite or shotcrete. And then hand troweling everything inside there. And then they said, I think the next day they do another coat on top of that after the 1 day or half day, 12 hours, whatever it is, from the first application of the cement. So it should be all next week should be pretty interesting.
Awesome. Can't wait to see it.
The drone's been doing good. The drone has been taking some fantastic footage of I got to tell you though, my GoPro, I heard you, the whole first part of your show was about GoPro. And I have 2 days right now. I got to do some testing. I had 2 days. Yeah, I said the 5. You got the 5 there. And I saw it. I asked you, you got a really good price on that. Sometimes it pays the wait, right? It pays the wait.
Yeah.
But I had a problem the last 2 days. Both of my time-lapse videography of the pool, when I went up, what I do is I set it. It's up in our bedroom window shooting down over.
Right.
And what I do is at the end of the day at 5 o'clock, I go up there and I retrieve it. It's recorded like about 7 to 8 hours worth of it. I even let it run through the lunch hour that they have, because in the time lapse, it's just it's only like 10 seconds inside for that 1 hour inside. It's very short, or 30 seconds. I hit that out. But the last 2 days, you'll see in the episode that you're going to see that comes out in 3 hours, and the one before, there's no time lapse, because both times my GoPro, when I went upstairs, I noticed the light wasn't flashing when it does time lapse. It flashes one time, off, and it waits a little while, then flashes on and off. That's with the screen when it goes into screensaver, so you know it's still running. Well, yesterday and the day before yesterday, when I went up to retrieve the camera at the end of the day, I noticed the light wasn't flashing. And then when I went, if you touch a touch screen, it will show you it's still on and running. It will go out of screensaver, out of the black screensaver, and nothing happened. It was like the battery ran out and then it was off, turned off. And then when I turned it back on, it still had plenty of battery. It had almost 100, because I'm keeping it plugged in during the entire thing, because it'll only run really about 3 or 4 hours without being plugged in or another battery being stuck inside there. And when I turned it on, the battery was fully charged, and it said there was something, the file was not recoverable. Both days, it said. So I lost all the video for 2 days. Now I'm wondering if my SD card, maybe it's going bad, because the camera seems to be okay. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to go ahead and set it up, just pointing against the wall here and just observe, let it run the whole day and see if it crashes. I did a reformat of the SD card, and
That's what I was going to tell you to do.
yeah, that didn't. Well, I'm in the same career field as you.
Okay.
My career field was I built servers, I built networks, built RAID arrays for storage for a command
Okay.
operation center up at Osan when I was over in Korea. So the troubleshooting stuff. One of the first things you do, you reformat to see is there a problem with the SD card. And I have a feeling, SD cards, after you do so many writes over it, any type of a static type of a drive over so much time, there's only so many writes that you can do on it, and then they have to be replaced. Even the drives that you put inside your computer, they only have so many hours that you can. And I have a feeling this one, from all of the long-term writing over it, the whole card, I think it's bad. But it's no problem because I have. How many? I've got the Hero 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Right.
So I'll just pull one of the cards out of one of the other ones. And
There
stick
you
it
go.
inside there. I think we'll be back in business on Monday with doing the tracking of all the build on that.
Are you using the U1 or the U3?
I don't know. I would have to go and look.
Yep.
I did all that stuff, James, got all those certifications and never used it.
Well, they helped me. I will tell you. It really helped me because I went to work for my first government contract that I worked under was a company called SAIC. SAIC, they're like, they got General Dynamics, Lockheed, SAIC, CACI, all those big government contractor named Raytheon, and one of the requirements for me to do advancement is I had to have the certifications. So that was the main driving force, the main motivation, because as you make your advancement, you get your pay changes. And you go into different categories. So that's what I did, and so I kind of saw there was a strategy. And this is just a tip for anybody who really, it's worked for me. A strategy for anybody who is in their mid-level career right now. I'm saying in their 30s, maybe 20s or 30s, going into early 40s, is to diversify yourself. And that's what I did. I saw where, when you work on a government contractor, you're a government contractor, and you're building a product for the government. You have all the different sectors. You have, especially in technology, what Mike and I have some background in. You have people that do networking. You have people who are the coders that write the programming. You have the people that do the networking portion inside. You have integration, the people that take everything from the other guys that do design and they put everything together. Well, what I did, and I saw it coming because I kind of analyzed our focus in the company that I was working for. And what happens is when a certain sector is done, they remove you from a project. So if you're like the guys who do the building, the guys that do the integration at the very beginning on a product,
right?
Say a truck, and Mike knows what I'm talking about. Like if you have something like a MATV, up armored vehicle or something like that, and the guys that go at the very beginning, so you have all the engineers that design everything. They hand over everything over to the guys that do the install. Well, when the installers get done, they don't have a job anymore. Yeah. When the guy that builds the applications, the big team that builds the applications that's going to run on the servers, run on the laptops or whatever it is for. When they're done with that, they hone down the crew to maybe 1 or 2 people to keep them for support. But all the other people are gone. You lose those guys. You have your network people. You usually have one person that's a senior network engineer, and then he's usually through the whole project. You always need that, and I saw that at the very beginning. So, but if you have other people that are doing support with that, as the project goes along, you squeeze that down, and you're down to like one person from multiple people inside there. Server support, the people that do all the hardware, to do all the integration for that hones down. So I got to thinking at the very beginning of the project, man, I need to learn all these guys' jobs. I need to know about electrical. I need to know about servers. I need to know about integration. I need to know about networking. I need to do all this. So what I did, and SAIC was a great company to work for. Every time I asked for them to send me to a school, every single time they always afforded me the opportunity, and they paid for it on their dime.
No,
So,
wonderful.
so I went to the service. I got most of the smaller IT certifications and things like that. All the CompTIA stuff, all of that.
Yeah.
So I got all those. So what I did was, I made myself invaluable to the program,
Right.
and as they were cutting people, when that portion of my expertise wasn't really needed so much, I had something else to fall on. So we started out with about 125 people on the project, on the last project that I worked for under the government contract. We started out with about 125 people. And what happened was it honed down over a 5-year contract to 2 people. And it was myself and a senior programming engineer was the last 2 on that entire project. Then when it got down to those last 2 people, and it was the end of the 5-year project, working under SIC, we had another company that outbid the government contract with our company. And you know what they did? They hired me on from, I left SIC. And they offered me a position with the new company because I had the background of all the systems inside there, and they were missing key points because a lot of things, they don't know everything. When another company comes over and takes over, they don't know every idiosyncrasy about a specific project, or they can get by, but I guess the whole point I'm trying to get to is to try to make yourself as valuable as possible by diversifying yourself into so many aspects of whatever skill, whether it be carpentry, electronics, computers, anything. It really paid off, and it paid off for me using that philosophy.
And see, that's what I'm doing right now with my job. Our crisis intervention prevention, which is basically combatives, what to do if you get attacked by a patient or something like that. The instructor is leaving. They need a new instructor for the entire hospital. I'm getting pay for me to go get my instructor certification.
There you go. Yeah.
So I'll be the new combatives instructor for the entire hospital now.
Yeah.
So that's like
a notch.
That's like a $3,000 course that they're going to invest in me to go do. So that means they aren't going to want to get rid of me anytime soon.
Yeah, and these courses are not cheap. It's like Mike said. I mean, they range from anything, and it's not so much that the initial cost of a class costs a certain amount of money, but Mike will attest. You have to get recertified. It's on all of these programs. It's either once a year, once every 3 years, once every 5 years.
It's every 5 for an instructor.
Yeah. Then you have to go back. You have to retest, and it's not like you can just pay like with your driver's license, pay and get a renewal, your new license. You have to study up on the newer technology, and it's expensive. It's expensive, but the thing is, you're investing in yourself.
Well, here's the thing: the company's investing in me. Because I don't have to pay to take this instructor course. They're going to send me to take it. So, and that probably includes a weekend in a hotel in Jacksonville.
Well, I just got recertified from my Part 107 drone certification a couple weeks ago.
I heard that when you were talking about, I think last week you were talking about that. Congrats on it, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's not an easy test on the research from what I've heard.
No, it was harder than I thought it would. I use Remote Pilot 101, and I use their recertification course there. And because I already paid for it when I did the original test, I get it for life, so I don't have to
Okay.
pay for it every time I
I
need
think
to
that's
get.
what Adrian did too.
Yep. Mhm.
He got the lifetime membership.
Yep. Yeah, it was well at the time it was $150, and now Ken Heron's got that deal where if you use Heron 18, it's 30% off, which is
There you
cool.
go.
Yep.
Good
Mhm.
deal.
Well, Art, I'm about to bow out, and
All
I'm gonna
right.
go try to catch the rest of this Georgia Alabama game.
Okay.
And
Got to catch
I'm
some
bowing
college
out.
football, man.
I'm bowing out too. I don't believe I'll be watching any ball games right now, but I do have a project that I got to work on. I got a little electrical problem with some of the lights on the fence out here, so
Oh yeah, that's right. You got when
I got
you're
to do I
outdoor.
got to I got to do some troubleshooting. Unfortunately, one of the worst things that affects electronics is moisture,
Yeah.
and we're in rainy
You have a
season,
lot of that
and
there.
yeah, and it's raining right. I don't know if you can see. It's raining right now. It's actually raining right
Right.
now. I'm underneath the porch, so but it's raining right
Well,
now. So I got.
don't fry yourself, James.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm just gonna do. I'm gonna turn off the breaker and I'm gonna do a visual inspection. I'm gonna drop and see if there's. I have two different I actually have two different places. I have one going down to the basement and a light that is underneath the cover. But I noticed when the contractor just did a lot of stuff that he didn't consider about water. Water is your worst enemy over here. And it has to do they don't do the angle far enough so everything drops straight down. Sometimes water will go and then it'll follow the top or the underside of a slab or something and will follow back on and it's right to where there's a light fixture back there. So
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I know where the problem is on that one. But the fence might be something a little bit more different. I got a lot of lights, and it could be just one light out of about 25 or 30 lights out there. It could be one that has some more to go on behind the light. So that could take some time troubleshooting on that. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
By the way,
I'm gonna,
James, I finally opened up. I finally got those LED lights in that we were
you
talking
did.
about.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's what I'm
How's it
finally
look?
using.
How's it look?
This is what I'm using right now.
Oh, then it looked great. It looked really good.
Yeah.
I I got the Eleganta, whatever it is. I still haven't done the open box yet on those as well either. So maybe I'll do that for the
I'll plug into
LED
these little
lights
lights real quick.
and the Samsung microphone.
This is the light panel.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And it comes with a little tripod stand. And
Very
it's dimmable. It has a dimmer switch on it. So very happy for $50.
Yeah.
Actually 45.
Yeah. Well, Ness told me, she said, you need to listen to Mike when Mike was talking about that green screen stuff about placing your lights in the right position so that you get good green screen of the. I
Right.
said, yeah, I'll get to that one day.
Well, you don't
Hey, we'll
really
set you up.
got that beautiful background right behind you, James.
Yeah, I love your
Honestly,
house.
yeah.
Love your house, Art. I love that place, man. You're such a lucky man.
Well, don't forget, 2 weeks is my Halloween show, so you'll
I
have
will.
to.
I will be there for that. But I still want you, when you get a chance, I want you to turn around. I want to hear you playing the piano. I really want to hear that.
Okay.
I want to hear that. All right. Mike, I'm going to take off too. I'm going to get out of here.
All right,
I got
James,
some things I'm
thanks
going
for
to try to
coming
do some
in.
work. Relax a little bit there. Okay, thank you so much, guys. You have a good weekend.
All right.
All right, Art. I'm gonna head out too and get all this stuff broken down. I'm gonna go watch Georgia whoop up on Alabama.
All right.
All
Well,
right, you
take
have a good
care,
evening,
Mike.
Art.
Thanks for jumping in. Greg, if you want to, you could jump in and keep me company for a while. Otherwise, I'll just shut down the show. Thanks, Mike, for jumping in. Enjoy your
No
football
problem, man.
game and catch you next time.
Yes, sir. You have a good night, Art.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, Greg. Now, I'll give you a couple of minutes if you want to jump in and say hi and jabber around a little bit. Now we're down to 11. Oh, well. So, yeah, we'll. Oh, okay. Okay, Greg. Enjoy your day. Okay. There you go. Hey, I want to thank everybody for coming to the show. I gotta turn that down a little bit. Yeah, so thank you very much. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to fly the new drone I got from Kelly Shores. We'll check her out, see what kind of video quality I get out of this. You know, Bugs is not really well known for, high quality camera drones. And then I'll give this guy a try and get that working. And also, I'll be doing some FPV inside my apartment, not in this area, but out in my living room. And we'll get some great video out of that, and that'll give me a chance to really test out this GoPro. So thank you very much. Oh, sure. Go ahead, the View Chaser. What's your question? Yeah. Oh, on mic. Yeah, this mic is a newer mic. Yeah, it's Neewer. I think that's what. Yep. And it's on a little accordion thing, and it's connected to my desk. And I am using a Tascam mixer with just one input. It has an XLR connector. And this mic, I think I got a really good deal on it. It was like two of them for like $25. And they work out really good. The Tascam, you might be able to find them still on eBay. This is the US 32. This one I got for 50 something dollars. And if you get the 42, the model 42, that's going to be quite a bit more. But yeah, just go shop around for mixers. Go on Amazon and take a look at mics like this. This is a newer, they're Yetis. And you want one that connects to a laptop? Well, if you're going to connect to a laptop, get a mixer. Well, actually, they have microphones that connect to a laptop that uses USB, so you could plug your microphone right into the USB port. And they're not very expensive. They're under $20, and they got them on Amazon. And they've got the little tripod leg where you could just set it right there. And the View Chaser. Oh, okay. All right, the View Chaser. Okay, let me write that down real quick. At gmail.com. All right. I'll get that out to you, View Chaser. And so everybody have a great weekend, and we'll catch you next time, and keep them flying. Bye-bye.